The physical language of the body is so much more powerful than words. Though the performance has to end, the message you have conveyed with much energy and enthusiasm will stay in our minds. Thank you. I now request Dr. J.G. Shanmuganathan, Managing Director of Ganga Hospital, Coimbatore, to give a souvenir to the Atma Academy troop. Thank you.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all for the inauguration of the launch of the Indian Prostate Cancer Foundation. Now, we doctors have become so used to the PowerPoint. Nowadays, even if I need to speak to my wife, I need to look at the PowerPoint. But the goal, my job here is to introduce the foundation to you. It is called the Indian Prostate Cancer Foundation. Now, before we go into the foundation, I think we should know a small bit about what the prostate is. Yes, there you go. I've got my PowerPoint. So it's a small gland, the yellow colored gland that you see. It's below the bladder. It's walnut-sized gland. It's only present in men. Thank goodness all women are safe. And as men get less and less younger, it has a potential to grow. And when it grows, it can cause trouble to men. What happens is they have difficulty in passing urine and so on. So this gland has a potential to become cancerous. Now that we know where the prostate is, what is prostate cancer? Now, cancer, very simply put, is a cell that has forgotten how to die. So normally when cells are born, they grow, they divide, they die. But these cells have forgotten how to die, so they continuously replicate, and as they replicate, they take over the host's body and finally affect the life. So there you go. That's the Indian Prostate Cancer Foundation. And what was the reason why we started this foundation? There are several seed thoughts for this foundation. Number one being the discrepancy in curable cancer. Now, I've had the luck and opportunity to work as a doctor in 3 continents, each country and continent having different incidences and ethos regarding how to treat prostate cancer. For instance, in America, about 80% of the patients who walk into a urologist clinic with prostate cancer are in a curable stage. Unfortunately, in India, 80% of people who walk into our clinic here with prostate cancer are at a stage that is not curable. We can cure prostate cancer as long as it is confined to the prostate. If it is beyond the prostate, then we cannot cure it. So that is the situation here in India. 80% are not curable. And it's not based on any economic divide or social divide or socioeconomic status or educational qualification, nothing. It can touch everybody irrespective of where they are, what they're doing and so on. So I think this is one of the foremost goals for us, is to change this scenario. And I think the main reason for this is lack of awareness. Lack of awareness regarding what the prostate is in general. It's not an organ that everybody knows like it's the heart or the kidney or something, but this has the trouble to cause more, this has the potential to cause more trouble than most other entities that we see here. So the lack of awareness is not only among patients, the general public, it's also among doctors. We do not know the latest guidelines, we do not know how to treat it in the best possible way. So one of the goals is to change this scenario. Number two is, when I came back from the US, we were able to offer cutting edge technology to patients here in the form of robotic surgery. And within a very short span of time, we've developed a huge patient base. And this patient base, what we realized is not only important that we treat them medically, it's very important that there's an emotional component to the patients, to the families. You know, as soon as they hear the diagnosis of cancer, it's something like a huge, big thing that's descended on the family. So they need counseling, they need rehabilitation post-surgery. And what we found is, more than a doctor telling the patient that you're going to be okay, if a patient who's already undergone the procedure or undergone treatment and survived, if he can handhold the patient and tell him, listen, you're going to be okay, I've just gone through this, it works 1,000 times better. So right now we do not have that here. We need a support group for patients, and that is again one of the other goals for this foundation. Now, number three is, we've often heard that the incidence of prostate cancer is pretty low in India. That's not the case, to be honest. The incidence of prostate cancer in India is unknown because we don't have proper, robust data to tell us that. And another goal of the foundation is for this research, for getting this sort of data into our system, for presenting this data. So again, we also need to have a proper idea of the incidence in order to go ahead with treatment protocols. And again, there's an affordability question for a lot of patients having these prostate cancer issues. One of the other goals of the foundation is also, and one of the is to have some sort of subsidized treatment as well. So next please. So this is one slide that is very, very important to the cost that we're having here. Now if you look at incidence rates, it looks like it's low. Next please. But if you look at incidence to mortality rates, that is, you know, when you compare it to America, if an Indian gets prostate cancer, he has a much higher chance of dying because of prostate cancer than Americans. So this is one message that we have to project outside. Why? Because if we follow guidelines set out by Western countries, we have a potential to fall into the trap where they say 80% of curable, so you need not be as aggressive as treating prostate cancer. But we here have a different form of disease. It's a more aggressive entity. So I really think we need to act much faster in detecting this sort of cancer. Next please. So what are the projects